I'm going to do sticky pork skewers.
Oh, yum.
Delicious. I love skewers in a barbecue because they're easy to eat.
Yep.
You don't have to chop it up. So I've got some diced pork here. I'm using loin. You could use shoulder or leg, anything. And what I'm going to do is tenderise it because pork can be a bit tough and chewy. And it's important to give it something to help it along. So I've got some lime juice here, and with marinades, citrus is always important. It helps break down the meat and make it tender.
Okay.
But to make it sticky, I'm going to add some sugar, and that's a little tip I've got from Vietnamese marinades. They often put a bit of sugar in there.
Okay.
And then when you barbecue it, you get this lovely sort of caramelisation which happens.
That.
Yeah,
yes.
Which is so good.
So that's what it's all about. Put the sugar in.
So dissolve the sugar in the lime juice and pour that over. And I always think with marinades, you know, if you can do it overnight, fantastic. If you haven't got the time, a couple of hours is absolutely fine. I've got some ground coriander, not to give it too much flavour, but just a little bit. I don't want to overpower it.
Okay.
And then finally, some grated onion. And I grate the onion so it sort of breaks down.
Yeah.
And again, that onion really helps tenderise it and flavour the meat.
Right.
So let's put some salt in there and a bit of pepper. Just mix that around and just let that marinate. Is it overnight, a couple of hours?
Sure.
I'm never that organised actually the night before. I always say it, I know it's better, but now, after that's marinated, pop it onto skewers.
Okay.
And that makes it just easier to hold and you get them like this.
Right.
You can see that citrus in there colours the meat a bit. But what's going to happen when you stick it on the grill, and if I was doing this outdoors, I wouldn't worry about the oil.
Right.
Because I'm using an indoor pan.
Yeah.
A little bit of oil on there.
Some of us might have to do this indoors today.
Yes, it's okay. Just turn your smoke alarm off for a minute.
Right.
With the smoke going off. Okay, and pop these on that way. Here we go.
Okay.
And they're only going to take a couple of minutes each side.
Quick, isn't it?
Yeah, and pork, you don't... People worry about undercooking pork. But you've got to be careful.
Right.
You know, it being slightly pink in the middle is good. Otherwise, it dries it out and makes it quite tough. OK, to go with it, because I always think it's important to have a veggie option at a barbecue, I'm going to do some halloumi.
I love halloumi cheese.
It's sort of rubbery and salty.
Yeah,
it's
really
fantastic. But what I'm going to do...
We should say, you know, you said about the smoke alarm, turning it off. You have to remember to turn it back on again.
Absolutely turn it back on.
Don't forget.
For a second.
Too right. Too right.
OK. Pop, slice that in a pan, put a bit of oil.
Yeah.
Just to heat that up. And as I said, with a normal barbecue, I just throw the halloumi straight on with some, you know, courgettes and peppers and do a big veggie platter, which is fantastic.
Lovely.
But for something a little bit different,
oh,
I've got some sesame seeds.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Isn't it cute? And you do this.
Okay.
And you get this lovely sesame coating.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Which sort of works with the Asian flavours, it works with Middle Eastern flavours.
Yeah.
That sesame seed is really delicious.
I love that cheese. It's so filling and it's so tasty.
And it's so substantial, isn't it?
Love it.
And you don't feel like you're missing out on meat at all. OK, let's just get those last bit there.
Oh, yum.
Pop those in. OK.
Excellent.
Now, to go with it, I love slaws. You know, coleslaws, potato salads. But I find the traditional one with salad cream, do you find it a bit gooey and glumpy?
Can be, yeah.
Yeah, you want it a bit fresher. Okay. So I'm going to do my version.
Excellent.
I've got some bean sprouts. You can add some shredded cabbage here, but I've just chopped up, just to make it a little bit different, some peppers, carrot and spring onion.
Lovely. I love the colours as well.
Oh, it's nice, isn't it? I know, wishing on that warm weather. You can have sunshine on your plate. I'm just going to check these.
How are they doing? Not bad.
Oh, yeah, you can see that.
Yeah, I like when it goes like that.
And you can see that lovely colour.
Love it, love it, love it.
Look at that. Isn't that great?
And it smells so good.
Oh, so good.
Wonderful.
And then the dressing is great. I've got some rice vinegar. Right. Any vinegar or lemon juice. A bit of chilli with the seeds out. Lots of it. Pick it up. Soya sauce. A bit of garlic. Some honey.
Okay.
And sesame oil. And then just whisk that together.
That'd be really good.
Pour it over the dressing.
Tasty.
Look at that.
Yum, yum, yum.
And then I'm going to sprinkle for crunch in there. I'm going to pop some cashews in there that have been toasted for a nice crunchy texture.
Gorgeous. It's like summer in a little bowl.
Oh, try to wish it on.